Hello there, I'm Barry Robinson for Scarborough TV News. We're out and about at the Sci-Fi exhibition in the Spa in Scarborough with one of the main men, Andy.
Hi, how you doing?
What a great do.
Fantastic this year, fantastic. It's really strange to think that it's only 11 months and a week ago that we had the very first Sci-Fi Scarborough, and we've got 2.5 times more content than we had last year. Last year was brilliant. This year is actually slightly surreal, the amount of stuff that we've got going on. It's brilliant.
Bigger and better.
Bigger and better, and again, as we talked last year, for Scarborough TV News and Radio Scarborough, is the fact that it's the locals that have actually really paid into it and helped out, from the volunteers to the musicians and the orchestra. So it's been brilliant. It's been absolutely brilliant, and it's vibrant. It's a vibrant time.
So if anybody came down here, what would they expect to see?
Basically, a little taster. If you're into sci-fi, fantasy, gothic horror, steampunk, there's a little taster of all of it, from costumes to authors to artists to films to TV to music to props and replicas and replica costumes and original props and costumes. So it's almost like a tapas of everything geek, really.
How do you start to plan something like this? Because this is huge.
Well, yeah, because obviously the good thing we've got is we've got a really good set of people around us, and like Steve Dickinson was originally his idea to do this, and then he brought me on board. You start by trying to do imagine an event that you'd want to go to. That's how we do it. We say, what would we like to see, then follow on from that. You don't always follow the business model. It's, what would I like to go to? Well, I'm really into comic books, so I would like some comic book artists that I grew up with. So you start from there, and then you surround yourself with people that have got a talent set. So we've got the other Steve that runs the books, got Simon that does the artwork, and then you reach out to the other groups that have got a talent pool, again, to help make the props, to do the volunteering. So that's how you sort of put it together, and then you get this, and that's brilliant.
So many Doctor Who's and Daleks here.
Well, again, I think with us being in Scarborough, it's similar to last year. It's almost that best of British thing, and Doctor Who obviously is a very British institution, and we have taken it to heart ever since, especially since it got relaunched in 2005. So yeah, it's reflecting the zeitgeist of what's going on.
When do you start planning the next one? Is it as soon as you've finished?
Well, while we're here, because it's almost like a spider's web of people from different aspects of the genre.
Yeah.
Just talk to them. A lot of networking. What would you like to see next year? That's how it works. And they go, we really enjoyed this bit. Have you considered next year? Like we just keep expanding the Daleks. We've got a few things planned already for next year. We're talking to other people, because if some comic book artists came last year but couldn't make this year, but they're going to come next year, but there's a roster of them, so you just keep chopping it, changing it around. So that's basically we're planning it now.
I love all the Jerry Anderson stuff, all the puppets, Captain Scarlet, and
it's surreal.
Stingray and Thunderbirds, and David Graham, who plays the voice of Parker.
Yeah, awesome. Lovely gentleman as well.
Yeah, 89 years old.
And you can't tell, because it's just full of life, and that's the thing. Up in the ocean room with all the Anderson thing, with Jamie Anderson being there and Shane Rimmer being there. For them as well, it's almost like a social get-together, because these guys are fans and collectors and reproducers and own the original stuff, and we've worked on it and everything. And you've got people like Steve Howarth who've recently worked on the film Moon.
Yeah.
And so it's almost like, what I love about that is, I know there's been this big thing recently with CGI. I still don't think you can beat a really well detailed model, and I think the human eye can tell.
Yeah.
So when you're actually seeing all the Thunderbirds and Captain Scarlet and Steve Howard stuff, you're actually looking at a tactile, physical thing that has been spent hours laboriously putting together.
And we've got the Green Cross Code Man, Dave Prowse, who was actually Darth Vader.
Was he? I didn't know that.
Do you know, he'll tell me anything this guy.
Yeah, it's brilliant, brilliant. And again, I actually, strangely enough, because I'm a Scarborough lad, as is Steve, and most of the guys, in the crew are, I've got a photograph that my dad took me down to on the Scarborough Sea front in 1978, and I'm stood next to a guy that's in quite a bad Darth Vader suit. But at that time, with the photograph, the Polaroid, I thought that was Darth Vader. So to think that all these years later, I'm actually meeting the Darth Vader. I wish I could do a compare and contrast photograph, because if I could go back and tell my younger self that one day I'd help, with the aid of the town's help and people like yourselves, to put on an event that I would meet all my heroes, I wouldn't have believed you. I wouldn't.
Well, as we're talking, today is Saturday. Tomorrow is Sunday, obviously.
Yeah.
What's happening tomorrow?
Well, pretty much the same, but we've actually got more of a focus on the Doctor Who tomorrow, because we've got Sophie Aldred that played Ace,
yes.
And we've got Terry Malloy that played Davros.
Right behind you is Batman. Batman! Hello there! Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Brilliant.
Fantastic. The Cape Crusader.
I don't normally come out in the day. You're privileged.
Thank you, sir. Brilliant. And that is the reason why we do this, for that very reason. Why would you ask for anything else in life?
Fantastic, yeah.
Thank you very much, Corey.
Nice. It's good to see you, Andy.
And hello to all your viewers. Fantastic. Thank you for all your support. Brilliant.
I'm Barry Robinson down at the Sci-Fi exhibition in the Spa for Scarborough TV News.